Our top story, clashes have erupted between Azerbaijan and Armenian forces. This over the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh region. Well, Armenia had said Azerbaijan carried out an air and artillery attack on that region. Azerbaijan saying it responded to Armenian shelling and that it had seized control of several villages. Well, the two countries have been at odds over the disputed region for 4 decades now. Let's get you further details on this story. Armenia's Foreign Minister Zöhrab Mnatsakanyan joins me. Mr. Mnatsakanyan, thanks for speaking to France 24 today. Azerbaijan then saying it responded to Armenian shelling this Sunday. I'd like to start with your response to that, please.
The Nagorno-Karabakh Defense Forces or the Republic of Armenia and its armed forces had absolutely no intention to escalate the situation any further. There was an aggression by Azerbaijan in 2016, an aggression in July 2020, and now a renewed massive escalation across the entire perimeter of the Nagorno-Karabakh line of contact with Azerbaijan. And this was a pre-planned, carefully planned, massive attack across the entire line of contact. The blame game that Azerbaijan is trying to impose is not justified. We repeat once again, there have been many proposals to establish very precise risk reduction mechanisms, investigative mechanisms, ceasefire regime strengthening mechanisms, which they have strictly denied. Because
Sorry to cut you. There have been reports of military and civilian casualties on both sides. Can you confirm that concerning Armenia, reports of military and civilian casualties on both sides?
Yes, as I was saying, there is a massive attack on the Armenian positions of Nagorno-Karabakh across the entire perimeter from south to north. There are attacks on the civilian towns of Mardakert and the capital of Nagorno-Karabakh, Stepanakert. Heavy artillery, aviation, tanks are used. UAVs, drones are used. And the most disturbing thing is that there is a new component to this, the destabilizing force of Turkey, which is very visible in this conflict, which is present with its military presence, with its aviation, and this is a very disturbing thing.
We're just getting news in here that Azerbaijan has ultimately introduced martial law. This is something that Armenia has already done, of course. What does that look like on the ground where you are?
Well, the population of Nagorno-Karabakh, the forces of Nagorno-Karabakh have been and remain absolutely determined to defend their land and defend their freedom. The Armenian people, the Armenian armed forces, the Armenian state remains the guarantor of the security of Nagorno-Karabakh. We're absolutely confident and absolutely determined to repel this aggression and to stand very firm for the freedom of the people of Nagorno-Karabakh.
Are you concerned that this could escalate even further?
We are very concerned with this aggressive, massive attack. Azerbaijan shows no intention to act towards de-escalation, and of course we are prepared to any scenario which is very dangerous for the region. But as I am saying, we are prepared to defend most decisively.
I mean, we've seen ultimately in the last few months, you know, this long-running conflict, it has to be said, rearing its head once again. 4 decades now of this unresolved conflict over Nagorno-Karabakh. Can you see it being resolved?
Absolutely. We have been and remain totally committed to strictly peaceful resolution of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. There is an internationally agreed, internationally mandated format for this, the OSCE Minsk Group co-chairmanship, which comprises France, the United States and the Russian Federation, that we are totally committed to this process to resolve the conflict strictly through peaceful means, and a resolution which is based strictly on a compromise. strictly on a compromise in which a solution which is acceptable, according in the words of the Prime Minister of Armenia, a solution which is acceptable to the people of Armenia, people of Nagorno-Karabakh, people of Azerbaijan. What we have unfortunately been dealing with is the absolutely maximalist position of Azerbaijan, which denies any recognition of the interests and concerns of the people of Nagorno-Karabakh and its authorities and the people of Armenia. The maximalist position has been rejected and remains rejected. We are prepared for compromise. However, this massive escalation is bringing in a new situation we have to deal with.
Okay, Zöhrab Mnatsakanyan, you are Armenia's foreign minister. Thanks for sharing your side with us today here on France 24. Let's get you some other